This story is insane. A Christian pastor has fled Canada for Kenya to avoid religious and political persecution. This story is from The Federalist. It's titled Pastor Exiles Family to Kenya to Escape Canadian Persecution of Christians. This pastor had participated in peaceful demonstrations against the lockdowns during the pandemic. The government responded to the peaceful protest by treating dissent as terrorism. They threatened to take away his whole life savings, his kids' college fund, and even take away his security clearance. So he must have been a intelligence official or worked for the government in some capacity. Yeah, he faced all types of threats related to his security clearance, his bank accounts. The family experienced social and government repression in Canada. The children were mocked at school for their religious and political views. So the family decided, hey, we're going to move to Kenya to have greater religious freedom and experience traditional values. The pastor, he's now training Kenyan pastors at the Lutheran School of Theology. Such a wild story. You know, we used to think of the United States and Canada as countries that people fled to, away from tyranny, away from authoritarian governments. Now we're starting to see in some instances people are fleeing from the United States and away from Canada to other countries because our Western governments are becoming tyrannical and becoming the furthest thing from traditional. Like our culture in the past 20 years has been completely reversed in so many ways, in so many instances where we were traditional. And this is a larger trend of people being unhappy in Canada. This guy felt that he needed to leave, but even the average Canadian seems to be less happy under the Trudeau government. Now, I'm not Canadian. I can't speak for all Canadians, but it seems that some are because there's a video recently of Justin Trudeau being booed by Canadians. They were calling him a communist. They were cursing him out, telling him to get out of Canada, to leave Canada. So clearly they're unhappy with this authoritarian rule, the same as Americans, United States citizens, are from Joe Biden. We don't want authoritarianism. We don't want a heavy-handed government. We want protection from foreign enemies and then to be left alone, and domestic enemies too. But clearly you can't call someone peacefully protesting a domestic enemy if you are intellectually honest with yourself and others. So this might be a bigger trend that's going to happen in the near future. People fleeing the West to the East. It's almost like a reversal of poles in some ways. Thankfully, the United States has a written constitution, and to have a constitutional convention or to amend the Constitution is really difficult to do, which is good. It slows down tyrants. The founders thought about that. But if you're in another country and you don't have a written constitution that enshrines your liberties, you should start a movement to get a written constitution, because it's really the only thing that saved America from a lot of the authoritarian executive orders of the Biden administration. I mean, they have a rule proposed to get rid of gas generators. What are people going to do who have medical equipment when there's a hurricane, when there is some other type of natural disaster, a tornado, and you have to have a machine that helps you with oxygen when you sleep? What are you going to do if you can't get a gas generator and electric generators? Oh, well, you can't charge it. Even with a solar generator, the equipment takes up too much power. You can't afford a solar generator. They're as much as a car currently. Some of them are, the bigger ones. So we need less tyranny, and I'm thankful for the written United States Constitution, so things aren't much worse. And I pray for the people in Canada too, that they can get a break from the authoritarian measures their government has taken. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps spread the liberty message in the algorithms. We'll be back with more videos soon. Talk to you then.